Okay, so if you did watch the news today, you saw that Susan Lorincz, who is the woman who murdered AJ Owens, affectionately known as AJ. She was the one who had the children who were playing in the land, the field area that was not owned by this Susan lady. And apparently, like I said, if you do not know the story, the children were playing in the yard, or in this land, this field area that was beside this lady's apartment. Now that's important because she has been telling people to get off of her land. That she didn't own it. And here's the thing, it wasn't just Ajika's kids that played in this area. It was other kids that also played in this area. But on this particular day, the children were playing over there, and her 9-year-old left his iPad, and he went back to go get the iPad or whatever, and that's when he, faced off with Susan. And Susan threw a skate at him, along with hurling racial slurs at him, and told him that this was not the Underground Railroad and all the things. And then, when she threw the skate at him, she broke his iPad. So, of course, he went home and he told his mother. His mother went over there to confront the lady. The lady she was talking to her through a locked door, a locked metal door. That lady went in her bedroom in that apartment and went and got her gun. And she pew-pewed Achika through the door, who was also standing next to her 9-year-old son. Listening to Achika's mother speak, is so beyond heart-wrenching, because that very well could be any one of us. I have children, and I am so thankful. Like I do so much for my neighbors that, live on both sides of us, because I'm like, I got kids and I know that they're loud, and we have dogs, so I know that they're also loud. And I'm like, hey, they're like, no, we love to hear your kids go outside and play. My kids go outside and play every day. That's hot outside. But it's like, if you don't have that, and you have people that are just like that, that don't like to hear children play, but then people complain about, kids not going outside. My kids have always, even my teenagers go outside. So it's just like, that is so heart-wrenching, because please keep her children in your thoughts and your prayers, and send them positive vibes, because that 9-year-old is just like, if I would have never left my iPad, my mama would still be here. That 12-year-old is like, there was nothing he could do to save his mom. And of course, grandma's like, she has them all in counseling and stuff, but it's, she's like, and I got her 3-year-old that doesn't even understand what's going on. Y'all, it is the racial biases of it all, because that lady was in there trying to ask for probation, trying to, her sister was talking about how they were abused as children. Okay, so if you were abused as children, then I mean, it seems to me that you would do better with, children within your presence or whatever. I don't know. Because it seemed real premeditated to me, the fact that, you went behind a locked door to another locked area. We presume that, you were exercising gun safety, and you had your stuff locked up. But and she knew that the police were en route. She knew, all the things. So don't feel bad for that lady. She got 25 years, which, to me wasn't long enough. And everybody's like, oh, her kids deserve. Unfortunately, that lady lived in an apartment, and they said she had no assets. So I mean, now grandma is having to live with the fact of losing her own child, and having to raise her grandchildren through her grief. So again, please keep that family in your prayers and your thoughts, and all the things.